Point number 3, the Los Angeles Unified School District will apparently instruct public school students that the new Arizona anti-illegal alien law is morally wrong. Can you believe it? The nation's second largest school district is now bringing ideology and propaganda into the classroom, using civics and history classes to tell children that law, supported by most of the nation, is morally repugnant, I should say. No spin. The fact that the LA educators are ramming one-sided ideology down the throats of kids is the real moral outrage here. Listen to this quote from board president Monica Garcia. America must stand for tolerance, inclusiveness, and equality. In our civics classes and in our hallways, we must give life to these values by teaching our students to value themselves, to respect others, and to demand fairness and justice for all who live within our borders. Any law which violates civil rights is un-American. So this is great. Monica Garcia is now the decider when it comes to what's un-American. Monica Garcia is the new un-American czar. Rena, are you kidding me? This is the worst example I have ever seen of indoctrination by a school board. The students in Los Angeles do not deserve this. And that's the memo. Now, for the top story, we asked attorney and Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly to investigate the legality of imposing ideology on students. Ms. Kelly, the anchor of America Live at 1 p.m., joins us now. Okay, let's just say, do you agree with me this is indoctrination?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no question that the superintendent of schools in Los Angeles and all of the school board people are instructing their teachers to say this law in Arizona, which is legally passed by the state legislature and signed by the governor, is un-American.
Right. And not only that, they're comparing it. This is their defense is, look, we're going to teach them how bad this law is, just like we teach them how bad, this is from them, this is how they've made the comparison, just how, like we teach how bad slavery was, and the Jim Crow laws, and racism, and anti-Semitism, and the internment camps for Japanese Americans.
Throw them all in together.
This is the same as that.
Yeah.
That's their argument.
And then you see the new Quinnipiac poll, and I'll cite it in a moment, that comes out with the vast majority of Americans support the Arizona law. In Arizona itself, 70%, including many Hispanics, and liberals, say we need and we want the law. So what do we do? Is there any legal remedy? Can we get the ACLU to sue the Los Angeles?
Sure, they'll be stepping in on this one.
Well, the ACLUs, they don't want indoctrination.
Oh, no. Listen, unfortunately, I think that as a practical matter, any lawsuit would fail. But that doesn't mean one can't and shouldn't at least attempt to be brought. Historically, courts have been very deferential to school boards.
Okay, but let me stop you there. Let me stop you there. What if a school district in the South said, we're going to tell our teachers that in the Civil War, the Southern cause was noble, states' rights, all of this. We're going to impose that point of view in our district. You're telling me there wouldn't be lawsuits against that?
Well, what I'm saying is the general rule is that courts can't interfere against school district decisions, school board decisions. That's the general rule. And there's a very narrow exception. It is not big. There is not a lot of room there for cases in which a constitutional right of the students is being trampled on by the school district. Or sometimes you can get in by saying that political ideology is being forced on the children.
Here you go.
Right? But it's a very narrow exception. But I think that's the exception.
But there is precedent there, right?
Yes, very narrow.
Well,
but
somebody's got to step up.
So, for example, the school board can't decide to say, we're going to go in and we're going to teach these students that the Democrats rule and the Republicans are awful.
Right, the Republicans are all racist,
and you Republican parents are just going to have to sit at home and we're going to take your tax money. They wouldn't be able to sue under those circumstances. You could make the argument that this is sort of that case.
There's a group in Phoenix, and off the top of my head I can't remember, but they're the conservative ACLU, and I hope they step in because this is beyond outrageous. And I'm doing this for the children. The children should not be subjected.
But let me tell you this, Bill. Short of a legal challenge, they have options. I mean, you can obviously push politically. No, you can push politically to get the school board changed. You can also push, which some groups are, to have the money follow the children, to have your tax money follow your child, so you actually do have school choice.
But all of that takes a lot of time.
I know it does, but
you can get an injunction against these people instituting that.
This is why people are pushing for that, because if these people pull their children out of the class, then they're breaking the law. They have to have their kids sitting in the class.
I wouldn't have them if I were living in no way they go to public school.
You'd be violating the law.
Like that. No, I send them to private school.